Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 21 of Direwolf20's Modern Skyblock 3 series. Today, playing around with things and stuff. So last episode, we messed around in the quest book taking a look at a basic factory. So we're playing with this cool mod, Factory Tech. It's got a bunch of cool blocks on it that does a bunch of cool things. And I'm hoping that this episode will start getting into more cool things with Factory Tech. So we're going to need a nickel ingot with some iron around it for that block. And I'm just kind of crafting a few of the components. So remember, Factory Tech kind of works, instead of requiring RF, requires components. And eventually the components wear down or break down and get destroyed. So for example, wires might turn into burnt wires, and heating elements might turn into used heating elements, right? And eventually they'll get used up and you have to create a new one to replace the one that was destroyed. So heating elements need that cupronickel stuff. Should be cool. Shouldn't be too bad. I think that's copper and nickel, right? I mean, that kind of is what it sounds like it is. Refresh my memory. Yeah, 3 copper and 1 nickel dust. Cool. Shouldn't be a problem. So you're cooking up, and 1, 2, 3, and a nickel dust, and then we should be good. So we're messing around with this mod. I've never played with it before, and I am kind of enjoying playing around with like a relatively new mod that I've never messed with. So that's kind of neat. So I'm having fun learning it, a little bit on camera learning, but I figured you guys would be cool with that. We're learning it together. It's a process. So I think we have an auto smelter of some kind. One of these guys can smelt. Electric furnace. That sounds like something that can smelt. Like cupronickel. And then we also need to make ourselves another one of these little magnet dudes. Where is that thing? Here it is. Advanced motor. Needs a standard wire, a redstone, nickel, and iron. Cool. I think there was a wire in one of these, actually. Cool. Should probably just hang on to these things. Oh, by the way, remember you can also process your used materials. So like I can drop this burnt wire in here and it'll give me, I think, some copper nuggets is what I get, because wires are basically made out of copper. So that works. Neat. I'm going to put some of this stuff away, but while we're at it, let's get our heating element. Check. Let's get our this thingy. Check. And that should be enough to make this thing work. Cool. So the circuit Scribe is going to be required to make etched quartz plates. And there's four patterns that we're going to need to make. And I guess what we do, and I'm interested to see how this works kind of, but first we have to get a block of quartz and throw it into a chop saw. And the chop saw just kind of zzz that thing up and then gets me 6 blank dudes. Oh, I already had 6 blank dudes. Okay, cool. So now what? The circuit Scribe allows you to etch patterns of quartz plates. You can see the patterns in the blueprint collection. Cool. Where is the blueprint collection? So I'm assuming that I have to actually like specify, like, do I have to etch this manually? That would be kind of cool. Looks like I'm just kind of figuring how this works, right? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Like matching that pattern? Because I am most likely doing it wrong, if that's the case. Yeah, that does not look right to me. So I'm going to have to figure out how this thing works. So it says you can see the patterns in the blueprint collection. Separating gravel into iron and nickel nuggets. Well, that's kind of cool. And then agitating fluids. So no, I don't think there's anything we need to make before this. Blueprint collection. Let's see if that's a thing. Blueprint collection from Factory Tech. Okay, cool. We need some paper and some lapis. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal, as we should, in our trees chest here, have... there it is. I knew we had sugarcane. So it looks like we're going to need about 6 of this stuff. Blueprint collection. Cool. All right. Oh, this looks like a whole guide to the mod. All right, so here we go. Part specifications, circuit boards, and this guy is like some rough info on how this thing works. So here's our pattern for a circuit board pattern 1. So I guess what I need to do is etch this pattern and kind of match it. So to make my life a little bit easier, I did take a screenshot of it, and while I'm looking at it on my second monitor here. So, hey, we got a green check. Cool. I don't know if you need more than one of these. So I did make 12 blank quartz plates, right? And there's 4 patterns, right? I'm actually not sure how this will work, right? But, so do you stack? I hope you stack. So I don't know if I need more than one of these, because I don't know how this thing works at all. So since I have 12 blank quartz plates, I will go ahead and make 3 of each. Does that sound cool? So like here's pattern number 1. And I assume when I close this UI that it's going to reset the circuit scribe and let me reprogram it. Nope, that is not the case. So we're gonna have to... Cool. All right, so then circuit number 2, circuit board, pattern number 2 looks like this, right? So let's go ahead and check this bad boy out. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3. Not here. This, and that. That's cool. All right. So what I'll do is off-camera work for a minute, just because it's a little bit of repetition. I'm going to make circuit pattern number 3 and pattern number 4, so we'll be right back when this is all done. Oh, hey, look, there's a little laser beam that goes as it's etching the pattern. That's kind of neat. I like that. All right, so here's pattern number 3 going. And number 4. So hopefully, hey, look at that. Quest complete. Making circuits. Making circuits. Circuivino. As nobody gets that reference. Nobody. That's okay. I forgive you all. So, I've got that complete. Cool. I don't know what they're used for, but I assume something. I assume something important-ish. And I got a colored lens. Cool. Ignition lens. That's from Astral Sorcery. That's kind of neat, actually. It's a nice... lens. It's not the most important lens to get, but it's cool. All right, so with that said, let's make separating gravel. The magnetic centrifuge allows you to separate gravel and iron and nickel. I don't know that I need that. That seems like a huge waste of time in this pack. Probably useful if this mod was by itself or something, but definitely not useful in this pack. So I'll probably need to do that, I'm sure. What quests? So tempering parts and charging cores seem to be the required bits of this mod. So let's go ahead and do this, right? So magnetic centrifuge, it's probably not too bad. Centrifuge and magnetic centrifuge. So that's going to be a centrifuge with a copper circuit board of pattern 4 and then 2 standard magnets. Cool. So this copper-filled quartz plate, and that is red copper dust in a crafting table, which I get from redstone and copper dust. Well, that sounds cool. All right, so let's get a few copper dust going here, right? Boom. And we get some redstone. So I guess we combine the circuit board pattern, and that seems pretty neat. All right, so we're going to need a basic centrifuge, which it looks like we have almost everything except the shaft for, but that seems totally doable. So I might have that magnet dude. Oh, we even have a shaft. Cool. And one of these to get a centrifuge. All right, another advanced motor. Do I not have an extra wire laying around? If not, I can totally make one. I do. Nice. So I need iron nuggets and nickel nuggets. Lots and lots of bits and bobs in this mod, which is cool. All right, and then you guys... So basically we combine a redstone to get red copper dust, right? And then we take pattern number 4 is what it said was needed for that. And we smelt this dude. And whichever one of these blocks was a furnace, right? And then we're also gonna need another standard magnet, which is just a piece of iron in the magnetizer. So that's easy peasy. Do the thing. Do the thing, magnetizer. Psst, do the thing. Do the thing? Am I crazy, or should that be good? Iron ingot, standard magnet, and magnetizer. That's you. Iron ingot. I'll probably have to replace those parts that are missing now, but I don't know why that wasn't working. Weird. Cool. So that is copper in the metal cutter. You should have finished your copper circuit board. Cool. We do have an extra standard magnet, by the way. So I'll pop you in there. Cool. And then we just need one of these advanced motor guys. Cool. Now do you want to behave, Magnetizer? Am I crazy or did I forget how this block works? Quest book. One of these was the Magnetizer. Making magnets. Cool. Ah, when given a constantly repeating redstone signal. That's right. I should have left a lever here so that I could remember that. Why did I not leave a lever here so that I could remember that? Past Direwolf, I am displeased with your performance, sir. I remember using that thing. That's what I did, isn't it? You take a while, don't you? There we go. Now we're talking. Sweet. All right. Magnetic Centrifuge. Cool. We will add on to this long list of blocks that we have. So I'm probably not going to actually, like, use that right now, but it was enough to complete the quest, so that works. Ooh. Opinium core, passable. Sweet. I want to say that's an expensive block. Relatively expensive. Forget what they're used for. Eventually you can get up to the Kikoku or the Fire Axe. But I don't think they're used for much else besides getting to those things. Alright, cool. So that's complete. Agitating Fluids allows you to mix fluids and an item. Cool. Fluid Agitator. So this requires a bunch of things. Some stationary tanks, which require pipes, which require copper. All right, maybe I will craft this off camera for a minute, because we definitely need a few of these. Let's see, and then a few of these. So 1, 2, 3. Luckily, it's like the exact amount that you need there. And then one of these. And then what else do we need? One of these guys. Right. So let's throw some copper into our cutting machine. You can go in there for the time being, along with the circuit boards that I'm not going to hold on to my character right now. And then I need another nickel nugget and some more iron nuggets. And then we should be good to make this dude. And that should be all she wrote. All right, so that was easy enough. I'm getting the hang of remembering what blocks make what. All right, fluid agitator. Neat. Now, did that complete the quest? It did. So I'm not going to fill in the items that the quest... ooh, nice. Storage upgrades. That's actually super cool. I think I'm going to put them... I put them over here, didn't I, when I got those last time? That's a really nice quest reward, for the record. And you are probably super full, because I've been doing a lot of things like ignoring this. Somebody mentioned in the comments, and yes, I do read the YouTube comments, contrary to popular belief sometimes, that there's a block that can store bags, and that sounds cool. And I want to look into that. And I probably will look into that at some point. Just not today, because today I'm focusing on factory tech, which is cool. All right, so that should clean up the backlog of, wow, so many items there. I should probably just put a crate over there, to be honest with you guys, instead of having the gold chest, but yeah, it's working. It's doing its job. It's not doing a great job of doing its job, but it does its job. Anything special from this? Nah, ooh, kind of not bad. I'll take that. All right, back to work. A little bit of apple juice later. Cool. So I may or may not need to use that fluid agitator for some of the next quests, but we'll find out. Fluids from the void. The fluid extraction drill simply extracts fluids from the void. In some chunks it will extract sulfur, and in some propane. That sounds cool. Fluid extraction drill. Neat. So you're going to need some nickel, you're going to need a drill bit, a pipe, and an advanced motor. Doesn't sound all that expensive, right? Drill bit is just nickel. In which block was that? In the metal cutter, nickel. Right? And then you're also going to need a... Well, I think we should be cool. I knew that was coming too. Had I have seen the future, I probably would have made like a ton of those things. And to be frank, I could probably even make a ton of these things right now and still make a profit. But we'll be cool. Neat. It's there, I promise. Yay, claim loot. Sweet. Magnifying glass. That might be useful once we get into Silent Gems, which is one of the mods we do have to look at next. So how does this thing work? The book might tell me. Machine info? Fluid drill. Digs up narrow, deep hole into the earth and extracts either sulfur or propane depending on where you place it. To function, there must be a clear shaft down to bedrock below it. Cool. Oh, it even tells you in here, like, the chance to break and all kinds of other stuff. Interesting. That's cool. So you need, like, a line of sight down to the ground, right? So let's do something like this. And I assume that you're going to be cool. If I give you a drill bit and one of those plates that are filled and a motor, dude. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. So we'll get you going for the drill bit. We will get also... You metal cutter? Yeah, drill bit's supposed to be in here, isn't it? So that gets me more wires. You get that dude going. Nickel and iron nuggets to make into this thing. And then I have to figure out which of those patterns we're going to need. It was this one, wasn't it? That looks like a matching pattern. So I combine these two things. Throw them in whichever block of this is a furnace. There it is. Smelt that up. And then you can get fixed in the grindstone. Kind of getting the hang of this mod. Kind of getting the hang of it. Not too shabby. So then you guys should be boom, boom, and boom. Nice. All right, 82 millibuckets per operation. Hey, we're getting sulfur. Neat. I wonder if there's a way to determine which of those liquids you would get. Like if there's some kind of like chunk analyzer or something. Cool. Hand pump. Cool. All right, yeah, I don't know. But I'm getting the hang of things. That's kind of cool. I'm not sure what that liquid's for, but I just wanted to check it out. The compressor chamber can fill up certain items with certain items. Well, that's clear. Clear as mud. I'm assuming that, like, stores items in things. So an empty tank, a pipe, a stationary tank, all that stuff is easy. An empty tank is just some invar. I think we have a few invars, but we might need to get a few more. Other than that, that recipe doesn't look terrible. It's just the invar. So we need 5 invar, 2 iron, and a nickel. So we're going to want 4 iron and 2 nickel. And while that's cooking, let's get ourselves a few more items here, because we're actually doing a good job of using up our resources. We might have cooked up more nickel, and if we didn't, we probably can. Okay, yeah, no, we're totally good. And then we have a bunch of boron for reasons that involve me doing things wrong at one point. Cool. So then the 2 nickels. Glad I got the double crusher. Totally a welcome investment. So then you guys with you gets me the invar that I'm going to need. I remember the electric furnace being at least a little bit faster than a vanilla furnace. Cool. And then meanwhile, we just need a stationary tank. It's going to be easy, so I'm not going to waste my time too much with it. But I'll get the 1 piece of glass that I need while I'm waiting for the smelting. Cool. That's not too bad. Done and done. So you to you to you. And then one of these guys. And we're cool. Again, not super clear on what that's for, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Doesn't require me to actually do or use it for anything as part of the quest line, so I'll just skip that. Royal nugget, huh? Made 4 and 2 royals, huh? Ooh, that seems cool. I'm gonna put that away for now. It looks like a food. And remember, there's a thing about you can, the more foods you eat, I think it's up to like 25 or 50, gets you an extra health bar thing. So probably a good idea to consider doing things. All right, quest book, what do you got next for me? So I think we're getting to the point now where we can get these two knocked out, and that will complete the entire chapter, unless I'm missing something. So a tempering oven, and then we're going to need tempered stuff. Okay, so temper... Cool, tempering oven. So that needs a standard battery, which needs sulfuric acid in a compression chamber, which I don't know how to get sulfuric acid. Oh, hey, you, cool. Well, we got liquid sulfur. So, sulfuric acid. So, sulfuric acid from Galactopath, from mechanisms, from nuclear craft. So I think we're getting to the point where we actually have to do something more complicated now. So an empty battery shell in a compression chamber with this sulfuric acid. Okay. From factory tech. So that is liquid sulfur plus water in a fluid agitator equals sulfuric acid. Got it. I wonder if I can hold these things in buckets. That is something we're going to find out pretty much immediately if I have a bucket laying around. Might have a bucket in here. I do. So I can totally grab a bucket of water. And I can totally grab this dude. Can I get this out of a bucket? So how do I get liquid out of our fluid drill thing? There was a tank of some sort in factory tech, wasn't there? Stationary tank. So maybe this can be placed like right on top of this thing? Nope. Maybe it needs those pipes to go between it. As Dyer learns the mod. Do the thing. You don't have a UI of any kind, so that's a thing. Cool. So definitely not that. Definitely not that. All right, let me futz for a minute and we'll figure it out. So this doesn't look so bad. An extraction pump is required to extract fluids out of blocks. So I'm suspecting that I'm going to want to do something like remove U. And like that. The liquid's going away. Liquid's going into there. Sweet. 1.4 buckets. Nice, and I can pick it up. Beautiful. All right, cool. So with the buckets in hand, that's cool. So we have to put them into the fluid agitator and get these things. So can I, like, just do this? That feels like it would be too easy, right? Right. Totally too easy. So let's do this. I'm gonna harvest this little setup. And, well, you already have a tank there. So let's get another extraction dude and another tank. How's that sound? So another one of these should not be too much to ask. And a tank from factory tech. Just so you know, we're using all the things, right? So could I do, so this is your fluid agitator, right? So let's say I wanted to do this, and we did, I'm assuming I can't pull it out the, okay, hello. Definitely doesn't seem to want to do that. Maybe, so here's what I'm going to assume. The bottom. Just to be clear, does the bottom have, yeah, it does. A blue with outlines on it, so that's cool. So then, I probably do want it to be that high. So then I can stick this, okay, hello, you were supposed to do something. Why don't you want to be rotated the right way? I don't suppose you would be all gravity-based, would you? I'm going to test this with water. Nope. Is there some kind of wrench from factory tech? Tools and devices. Monkey wrench. Works for me. 3 pieces of wood and some iron. Hello. There we go. Nice. And you now have water in you? And I presume that means that you can get some liquid sulfur going as well, and you'll fill up the secondary tank. Cool. And then we just need these parts. So that looks like... I'm not sure which. So let's cook up another pulverized copper with redstone. We'll combine that with... Is it this one? Which one is that? It's the one with like a square in the middle and 3 lines down the bottom. Like a square in the middle and like 3 lines down the bottom. Yeah, that looks pretty much it. So combine these dudes, smelt it in the furnace, and start putting away some messy junk. The other things I'm going to need here are this guy and that guy. So factory tech. Where's those component bits? One of these. And the plus sign thing. So this... Oh, that's a shorted motor, right? That's from... What can I use this with? I can craft it into redstone. Easy peasy. Save me inventory space. And then this smelted out copper circuit board guy. Nickel nugget. So yeah, you and you. Hey, it's going. Neat. I don't know why there's a nickel nugget in there, but there is. Maybe I should have clicked it in there by mistake. If I did, my bad. Hey, sulfuric acid. And I presume I can't do something as easy as like, right, yeah, of course not. Why would you make my life easy? Silly mod. I understand this mod is meant to be used for automation purposes, so yeah, no, it makes perfect sense that you need to, like, do it properly. And you probably can't pipe into... Oh, it looks like you can. Cool. 800 millibuckets of sulfuric acid? Really? 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 Oh, wait, I know what might have happened. And if that's what happened, that will stink. Means I'm gonna have to do this again. Yeah, it should have got 1,000, but I think like I broke that fluid pipe, and that's the reason that happened. Wah wah. All right, let me do this off camera real quick. I'm gonna get this and this replaced, get myself a little bit more sulfur, and then do the thing. Cool. So we will be back in a moment. All right, so this thing's cooking along, doing its liquid transfer. So that's neat. So I've got a bucket's worth of that. Boom. And then, oh, right. Well, let's do this. We'll pick up the thing. And then we're going to need to... So you're the one extracting. So let's get a new one for inserting, right? Looks like you already spit out some bad parts. Wah, wah, wah. Shorted circuit board. I can smelt. I'm just going to put these things away, these shorted bits. This one I at least can turn into redstone, right? So we needed another extraction thingy. So that's that. And then what we'll do is we'll just, if I can put a tank right on top there, that would be cool. Factory tank. I'm not sure if you have to have a pipe in between the extraction bit and whatnot, but we'll find out right about now. The answer is no. Awesome. So then you should combine automatically and then straight into this guy, which gets me my whatchamacallit. And then this guy is going to need to be used to turn that battery acid into a battery, right? And I presume same deal, right? So let's just pick this stuff up. And we will put it here. We'll pour the battery acid in so that it's ready, and then we need a battery of some kind. So it was a standard battery is what we need. So an empty battery needs copper dust and gold dust with some iron. That shouldn't be too bad. Copper dust and gold dust. So we already have the copper dust, so I'll get some gold. And we need a copper wire in the wire maker dude. And then we have some components to make in a moment here that we'll check out next. But basically, I can get my basic empty battery shell with another iron nugget. Cool. Kind of digging this mod. It's definitely different. So then factory needs one of these motors, which, hey, remember I said I should make a bunch? I did off camera. And it looks like some kind of piston-y type deal. Integrated piston. Hey, look at me. I knew what that was. And that's super cheap to make. Just need some of this, right? Neat. I'm just looking to see if it has a little block animation. But it's doing its thing. Nice. Standard battery. Making progress. All right. Put away a few components here that I don't probably need at this moment. Including you. And maybe even you. Let's do the quest thing. So now I should be able to make my tempering machine. Cool. So the only thing I need is a block of quartz, circuit board pattern 1, and some copper nickel alloy and some invar. We have. Let's get some copper nickel. So let's do 1, 2 of these. One, 2 of these. And then 2 more nickel ingots as well. I don't know why I have 2 different types of nickel on me. I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure it's a dire derp reason. So you and you will be the invar that we're going to need, and then you guys will be the copper nickel that we need. And just because I want to save time rather than coal. Cool. All right, so with that all prepped, we've got the battery, we've got the invar coming, and then we need a copper circuit board pattern 1. Copper circuit board pattern 1. So we're going to need to grind up another one of these dudes. And we need some more quartz. We have some quartz. Good. So you're good. You do the dust thing. You do this thing. This is not shapeless, it's shaped, and that's fine. Furnace. You guys should be done-ish by now. And then our furnace should be done. Sweet. Burnt up copper. Neat. Yeah, I kind of do like the idea. Like, it's just different. It's very different. Most other mods have like, all right, you want tech, it requires some form of power. This one's like, just keep the parts going. You don't need the electricity. Kind of cool. Now I need to make tempered gear. So tempered stuff. So it's basically you put it in the oven and that's it. That's cool. All right, and I presume that the tempered versions of this stuff last longer, would be my guess. So you want me to make all 4 bits, right? So let's pop it down and see what things we need. So we need a heating element. We need whatever that is. It looks like almost a square in there, and then we need that round dude. So where's Mr. Almost a Square in there? It's one that we probably haven't used yet because I don't recognize it. Cool. So you get cooking in the furnace. And then we'll take a look at factories stuff. This circle thing, focusing lens, is just glass and a grindstone. That looks pretty easy. And what's nice is as much as you do need all this stuff, right, it's not like an annoying crafting process. Like there's a lot of components. So I feel like if you really wanted to get into this mod, the name of the game is automation. And that would be a lot of fun, right? Like it would be fun to automate this mod. And that's cool, right? All right, so you go into there. We've got that guy. Hey, broken gear, nice. So that's what popped out of this thing. Neat, drill bits. All right, so you needed this dude that was smelted. This dude that was focused. And then I need more copper nickel. So I know I need more than 2 of those. So 3 of these and 1 nickel. You need a decent amount of Cooper nickel, is something that I'm learning about this mod, which is fine. It's not like I'm hurting for resources, so like, tip for those of you playing this pack, you know, maybe just make yourself like a stack of Cooper nickel, just so you don't have to keep crafting it. Other than that, no big deal. So I just need one more than I currently have. And then craft it up. Cool. Alright, so like a drill bit is one of the tempers that I need. Right? 89 ticks. That should be quick. Why do you feel like you're... Okay, I get that, but how do I use it? Let's see. Tempering oven is a machine info. Tempering oven. Some machine parts can be tempered to increase their strength and therefore their lifespan. Can also temper iron tools, giving them... That's cool. To run, it needs sustained redstone signal. Ah. To run, it needs to have the redstone signal turned off at the exact right time. This time varies depending on the parts. If the signal turns off too early, the process will fail. If it stays on for too long, the part will be destroyed. Note that tempering will not complete until the signal is actually turned off. Removing the part will not suffice. All tempering processes have a tolerance of plus or minus 5 ticks. Cool. That's interesting. Okay. So that's like 4.5 seconds, right? I'm going to try this manually, and I'm going to regret it, and then I'm going to have to figure out a thing that can apply an exact number of ticks, right? So, like... Did I get it? Oh, I pulled it off! Dudes, that was cool. I actually pulled that off. I am proud of me. Alright, cool. So then in addition to this, we're going to want a basic gear and a saw blade and a nickel cutting dude. So each one of these has the potential to fail if I do it wrong. But we'll see. Nice! That is me being a pro right there. He says right before he messes it up, I'm sure. So if I didn't stop that in time, and it has a tolerance of 5 ticks, which is 1/4 of a second. So I'm actually a little proud that I knocked out 3 of these in a row just perfectly. Nice! Champ. I'm not sure how hard that really is to do, but it feels like it might be hard. And I'm pretty proud of myself for pulling it off manually. I'm sure there's like some kind of redstone block that you could use to say like artificial loot bag, one of a kind. Artifact loot bag. Ooh, steadfast stone and Certus quartz dust. Neat. I mean, we have one of those already, and I'm gonna put you in here. So not super exciting, but still kind of cool. All right, debating whether or not we have enough time. Like this episode's already past the wrapping up point, but like how hard would it be to get a core charger? Okay, it will explode. That's cool. Core, because if I can knock this out real quick, I'll finish it off. So that doesn't look too bad. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to prepare all the stuff off camera. I'll be right back. All right, I think this will work. I've actually not tried this ever, but blaze powder blocks? Cool, it does work. Awesome. I should put something better than lava or whatever under there, but it's all good. Oh, right. You need to be not right. So how do I can't combine liquid types, so I can't make liquid obsidian in this. So how do I make a good obsidian source? I might have to wind up just placing the obsidian in the world and breaking it. Isn't there one of these? I could get obsidian from this, from blaze mesh. It's not terrible. Okay, I can't get those back, so I'm going to do that. And what I'll do is get another 22 of these, turn this thing off, pop these in. I like that little bit of automation. So this thing has what? Hopefully enough to break obsidian? We're gonna find out. But if I go put these guys around my obsidian dude, I should be able to vein mine it, and that would be cool. So I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll get this thing wrapped up. I mean, it's breaking fast enough that I think it's gonna work. Yay! Nice. So core, charger should... Oh, that's cool. Extra planets, huh? Sweet. Core charger. Just missing those copper bits, which I made and promptly left in the machine. Cool. So in theory, this should be... Sweet. Quest complete. Charging cores. Which I can claim that dude from. And we got, ooh, devil horns and a devil tail. Nice. Now, does that mean that we've completed heavy machinery? Look at that, guys. So quest book, we now have 2 new chapters open. Number 1, life in the forest. Claim. And number 2, heavy machinery. Claim. Which means that we've unlocked the ability to have forestry mod and all the things that come with it. And we've unlocked heavy machinery, which is immersive engineering, which means we now will be able to make wires. So there's a way to transfer RF from one machine to the other. So by going through the basic factory mod, we've done that. Now there's some machines we haven't made, obviously, and I don't know enough about all these machines and what they do, but maybe at some point we'll mess with it a little bit and see. I wouldn't mind completing those quests just to learn the mod. But also for the sake of completing the quests. So both reasons sound fun. I have a random loot chest in here. Lantern of Paranoia. Good times. All right, for now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time, and we will do some more cool industry stuff. Now that we've got immersive engineering unlocked, I'm probably thinking we're going to do that next. So let's kind of plan on doing that next. So immersive engineering will probably be the mod that we do next to get access to machinery and power generation and all the good things that immersive engineering gives us, and that'll be super cool. For now, Darwell20 signing off. Take it easy.